Um, Perfect. Hi, hello everyone. I'm Rubab. Very excited to be here. This is my first time at PyCon. Just to understand the audience, can you just show me with your hand how many of these are kind of the data professionals or use data in any capacity today? Perfect. You could be data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, or any given. Or even software engineer could be the data planner. Perfect. So let's take a little bit data. Whenever we talk about data, we're always chasing the next big thing. Smarter AI, more precise machine learning models, fancier dashboards. But none of that really matters if the data that we're using is yours. It's like building a skyscraper on the sand. So today we're going to talk about a topic that is not really make the data expensive looking fine, but it definitely comes up when it goes up. Data quality. So it's not about adding a different class in the previous. As an internet professional, let's see you about building a solid foundation for your data product from day one. So we're going to dive into why data quality can actually be or break over content, and in how we can deliver this pipe and has this particular to not only prevent such issues, but the reason is there. Let's get fancy, get practical, and find different technical ways to ensure that lower data is myself, we said already, these are not the other French people. But if I have to summarize what I do in one sentence, I think people care about it. Then I will get it by them. So today specifically, we're going to talk about the trust deficit in the data that the data professionals feel, as well as the business users feel the data. Then we're going to see how we can model it theoretically, how can we build a theoretical framework, and then I'll actually walk you through some concrete examples and pilot on how we can tailor to trust trust the data. According to the recent survey of over 500 IT companies, 70% of data professionals say that they suffer with data quality challenges now. And almost 1% of them say that data quality issues their ability to back their governance performance. So as a data question, if you have been able to put data in production, be it a machine learning model, a fancy dashboard, or a simple Excel report, you must understand the frustration of each and every data type, its value, and what. So it's more than just a technical income. It's about the foundational of statements that impacts the trust in our data. Let's take a step back and see how data demands are actually growing over time. So taking like a half ago, cloud emerged as a demands because it was in cloud computing and cloud storage was something that everybody had access to, and eventually the cost dropped, and almost every developer had access to cheap storage. This all was happening in the background of data is the new oil source. So the mindset shifted to save them with sustainability. The data engineers, software engineers working on the data started storing everything without properties and without the concern for its users. And then came the data where the leadership pushed their data scientists to generate value from it. Data scientists diligently saved tasks, finding the data and turn on insights for the people. The need for speed led to major solutions, lacking the strategic intent to ensure data quality, mostly because of lack of time and a lack of knowing the consequences of that. As organizations scaled, the quick fixes that were there started speeding under the data, throwing data accounts. So we are left with lots of quick fixes that have further fostered IT trust in our data's reliability. As Stephen King has said, with great data comes great responsibility. The single step in data could actually time down the use. Imagine being a credit scoring company and messing up with credit scoring algorithm. That's what the France did. A US-based credit scoring platform. They were migrating their on-prem infrastructure to their cloud infrastructure, and doing so about the standard eventually, this calculated happened eventually impacting 12% of the customers and the revenue fees. In my time, third about this, if the government pays this, during the pandemic, a public case public health service actually highlighted this app resulting into almost 16,000 COVID cases even unreported. You might have heard about a capability start, right? It's AI version of actually being able to take its performance to production, resulting in business, losses, and restructure. Needing more work experience, especially in this time, right? So let's see, are we able to present today what we can go about? And if you're working on it today, what are the indicators that we will use for stages to have a data quality issue? Number one being is use outward numbers to sell, or if the business leaders and the that are able to recheck the numbers in the dashboard. You have data quality. If the data teams, the posting and delivery teams are spending 30% of the time on what the currency is dealing with exhibited on fighting, you have data quality. If your machine learning models are suddenly not forming up to the mark, you have data quality. And when I say that you have data quality issue, it's about me saying that you have a data quality issue and do not really have systematic way of dealing. But the approach here is to actually build a systematic framework to handle such. So now let's take the modeling part, meaning part, and what we can do about it. After considering fluid parameter that. And now this is what a typical data stack might look like. It's that every season, really depending on what you will do. On the left side, we have data producing apps. These are the fancy apps that are classes tools. On the right side, we have data consumer apps or data ready. Right? In the middle, we have data track feed, which houses most of the clear on data directly goes there. Starting off with the software apps, they are generating data first, right? You're using them in here to correct. Then you have multiple data sources as well. Depending on the use case, sitting in the data factory might be given events from using IoT, right? Then by sitting in the data factory, you might pull some data from the static from the layers. Could be commodity, could be MySQL, any database that you will. You would have the data feeds such as Excel, have API, etc. Inside the data factory, you have lots of different layers here, right? You could have your data pipeline and data orchestration tools too that are facilitating the movement of data from one place to another. You could be using it for product pipelines to compute using feedback for it, and it goes like, right? Once you start facilitating the movement, you might also perform some transformations on the code. You could be using a smart code, you could be using any code or any third within. And finally, store that information in your data or data layer or many and again, you could be using any technology for that. On the right side, we have data that is insensitive. These would be your pandemic fees, sales fees, university, product, stability there, and just the area for you to do some insights. Then you have data preparedness. Data professionals are obviously evenly rated for data engineers to data analytics so that they could immediately generate value from it as their full job. To generate value from it, eventually very fancy data. It could be a dashboard, it could be an monitor, and you make it easy to spread those models in your software application that is there. And the important here is to make sure that when we are generating data, we would not try to propagate data quality issues to the data consumption. We would like to have created all of those issues here, closer to the data sources, here and eliminate it. Now looking at this, let's see what could possibly go wrong. Not Number one being, when the software engineer is actually working on software applications, there's a chance they might not care enough about the data as much as data professionals. Because for data professionals, this is their part, and for software engineers, this might be one of the departments rather than the software, right? Not because I the software engineers have just taken up doing that engineer. Another thing that's important to understand is that how to easy validated data in your software applications. Another layer that comes as a problem is the data engineers and what are our recorded data in haze. Like if there is a chance that see what changes happen on the software engineering app that we want to reflect on the real result and new data products being loaded. And obviously, if you have a multiple issue and you go data factors there, you could have misscheduled errors, you could have removable developing errors, you have data transformation towards the errors, you might still be forming validation that would eventually use that in breaking, and eventually you could have multiple biased data or data wrappers to data leaking there. We would like to address all such issues in a very systematic manner so that the ones that the data continually breaking and getting. When we talk about addressing it, there are four important main merits. We would like to detect all of these issues. Once detected, you would like to highlight these issues to the relevant audience and the relevant time. So that they could resolve those issues in that minute and they don't propagate further. And eventually scale it as you know. One particular distinction I would like to make is the difference between data observability and data quality monitoring. Data observability really means the data that we're generating while we're facilitating the human outcome. Like your scheduling it, like we look at 5 years, right? This is just talking about when you go for functionality, right? Like we test the software. When you talk about data quality, it is about really talking about the quantitative quality, what the contents of it. We're focusing a lot in this particular talk. And for the next lesson, I'm going to talk about the debate. So the ethical editing and resolving it, it really can be handled with animals, but the page here is here, it's most people by meaning. So the practical now I'm going to walk you through some of the language research Python has out of the box side thing use to build trusting the data. And then I'll explore one of my details and then show you the code. This is what it is the data pipeline white you claim. As it is a very display pipeline, you have to start to take what it's see. It is there and we will see writing to the data to save it. And the data scientist is doing it to build it over. I am using feedback as an ingredient because it is hierarchy based and should be defining that or rows and Python functions. Now let's equip ourselves to domain knowledge for data quality that's identified. And then we will pre-result this further by updating to see how we get our purpose. These are some of the open-source libraries in Python. You can install them using Python practice manager to the word open source. And you can have any open source communities that are open and is there. I'm going to talk about three of them briefly and then we're going to directly review the great. So the great expectations is our data quality and analytics framework. It is used to generate data quality metrics. It is used to generate anomalies data. It is also helps to case the automatic generation of report statement and directory field. We have trained data. As the name suggests, it's very receptive towards pandas. It's very lightweight and mostly it's being emphasized by individual data scientists and data analysts providing their data. It actually very review modifying the schemas. As data analysts, scientists, and we measure your data against those schemas in the form of pandas here. It also supports It also supports maintenance calibration, could be column level, then it's calibrated for its unification rates, data accuracy rates, to timeliness, etc. It does not need it automatically to have broken into cells. Amazon D2 is actually very interesting because it is based on Spark. So if Spark is already a part of the data stack, then it might consider it environment specific. Since it is based on Spark, it can handle large scale data sets as well. It already has an object test built in, and it will be then it's already worth speaking as well. And if these libraries do not really you might want to have like if the data set is quite diverse, you want to write your own data from these libraries. So actually related to me to some anywhere what is it? Because I want to want granularity when it comes to data data. Now let's explore the graded expectations. I am choosing the graded expectations here because it has a very open source speaker out there. And it's an end-to-end framework. Even rest of it could be libraries, but the graded expectation in the senior status company, we also have communities of the world around.
And so use the tools by limit as well.
I don't know. So you have to just familiarize yourself with your concepts in your institutions and then use it. Starting off with data quantities. So to start to grade expectations libraries with defining some data quantities, and data quantities is just a logical way of combining different components of your library quantities. It's just like a word color and then file. To start with data quantities, and you define your data sets, which we create any of verify and data that gets correct. Then obviously you have your expectations. And expectation is actually a verifiable assertion for your data. You attach your expectations to your data sets, and then you sort of define your checkpoints everywhere. Checkpoints is something that's quite handy once your pipeline is in the production, because you can actually bundle your expectations and it is parameters. So that being created over time is it. And also, once you're done the purchasing steps, it will automatically generate the reports and dashboards you will be glad for that. And then based on the results of that, and give them immediate action. Next would be deliver an error or trigger any. These are some of the examples of expectations that where expectations provide you out of the box. There are I think there are around 300 such expectations, but you can always contribute to the expectation and do the behavior instead. For instance, you want to validate Shigo. That is, you want to see the you want to validate the approach, you want to validate the columns, you want to validate that a certain column exists in your table. This is something I recommend as well. If you have previous ready or cost calculations already in place, you might want to validate and able to run the pipeline so that you don't deliver PVN. There is no direct business. She also provides you with distribution functions and with the basic one as well for basic variables unique variables. Again, you can always customize it and write your own your application. This is an example of our dashboard that will provide you back to the library web server. You can always select and see the results of your specifications. Break it down into the period and statistics as per expectations that paper validation. Now that we know this library exists, let's see that artifact. Now this is what a heavy data pipeline was built together, on which to get the confident with its bed. You have your data, you fetch it, and this is all happening in your ETL pipeline. You validate your data. If the data is not validated as per your expectation, you might want to generate an error. And if you want when there is the input issue, it will resolve it then rather than consuming it very need power and you store that data in your data lake. evaluate it again. Depending on the physical instrument it is, they might have different kinds of text anyways, either behind just or other data sets. And then if there are issues there in there, you might not highlight it again. Then in NXT, you build your dashboard. And now your calculator is it. You publish your dashboard, you might want to publish the data quality report as well, so that it can accurately trust people in it. Let's figure out the code of that. Again, I'm taking circuit traffic and taking data from S3, validate it, and loading it back to software. Not saying all about how this works, because this is really open, but just to let you know that company library sends that and imported it in well. So that's my detail too. I wrote with their expectations as a library, and I supported as a library. And I did a very simple flow that is all of these two things. What really is interesting here is the validation. Now let us figure it out. I go into sliding into when finding the waiver packets, that is there with number one. Then you're adding a batch to it. A batch is basically a data set or a row is top data. So once you add to a batch, you will be a context or you would attach expectations from that batch. Right? Here I'm defining three base, so let's see what we can. Yeah, we want any fancy in this. I am saying that architecture within that you take one thing of category within the balance quite this is a self-revealing. And I'm also taking this delivery date by the press seed my data, the register with my process. Then I'm also taking if this column was manipulated for the window, certainly detected domain there. Great. Interesting thing here is where if you do not re-invoke our variables, there are always inserts around the negative here or maybe some distributions that comes in there to see the kind of distribution that data should have. And then finally, once I have defined everything, I use once my validator. My validator can actually perform those assertions against my identity a result object. I need parse the result object and see what takes satisfying what takes FP. And that's it. You would have the endpoint layer mapping plan. Again, I would like to mention here this pipeline could actually be in it could be working in anything, but it could be ENP pipeline. Either way, the pipeline based and we have libraries in place, we get here validation code. Now, this is a choice. You could range your pipeline once the result is generated, or you could write the data to staging data or data quality area of the data. I will normally explain it because it helps the data consumer as well. So if you have engineers that work there already in skills, they can just quickly offer to these tables in your array and see particular quality for a particular table or cell and here is the closure. A quick reminder for data observabilities, which is I was talking about. It's about the data that is updated movement. So since I was in three prefix, it already has quite a lot of metadata in place. You can take into pipeline with Google or not. Okay, this is a good but it's highly encouraged because that RC adds to the trust being made. As a data to president, you might still keep confidence to the after you have already it. But remember, this is users do not have visibility. And you might sort of give visibility on the visibility as well. Here's something I've done and something I work with. I've actually built a device that shows the current the health of my parent data that is into my app. It's not very complicated. If you think about it, it's just a merger of between users and data quality inheritance. Full recognition is, full re-accuracy is, or just combine it into what metadata, your time stays, and your business systems would see, okay, this current data is quite good. Even if it's stored, it might go to data tabs into different data sets, so that you know that if the data quantity is impacted, it's maybe just one data space for the core stuff, and we can put it on the other data space. People are very happy finally really doing. Because what I do is I actually take a stack of what data piece. And since if the on scaling exists, so there are also data producers contribute who would head of library. What I do is in accuracy or data quality for a certain data point was below a certain threshold. Anyway, I get into there because that's what company like. And you are impacting the company's health, which is related to that. I actually maintain a data dictionary as well, where I combine all the data statement, tag them with data personal answer. So their accountability is there. It's not data not responsible for everything. Everything. So quick recap, after statistical data, you would like to I press it hand out, right? Validate your data, make the information power. How do you use that? You might want to deal with it with data infrastructure. It is good when you have such text in base. It's a quite simple, so you can just pull the Python libraries in and characteristics make this library seeking to currently the next fair. It is for buildings and in a product, or it is being permanently. You might want to be positive of this for paying money as well. Considering checks and put together what this is just, this was done in introduction. But tools, machine learning and positive as well. There are actually machine learning libraries, mostly unsupervised ones, that can deploy and forward to data. And they can come up with their own threshold and they can, with clear whenever you need. Thank you. Do you want to repeating versions or
Thank you so much, Rubab. We have 2 minutes. So 2 minutes. The questions will need to be examined. Or reduce. Thank you for the work. Development fields. We also address the equity issues as well as cost point of concepts. Okay. And so I believe that we get into also why should make equity time loss. Put it in the logs argument.
Yes, the writing disabled. And I actually explored it as well. But the thing is, logs could be closed. Even quality writing was exposed to business negatives. That's how it was required. And who work with me started away. And these things started and as a bar. Not for being the entire strategies. So if you reject such activities into logs, as a beautiful role of process, and we get a neighbor for it and stuff.
Thank you, Rob. That was a great part. So, for the question, obviously, you can't do such BridgeLinx, and there's a cost to maintaining high beyond industries courses. How do you use the leadership to kind of invest in making making sort of high quality devices available? Usually, they want to see results as quickly as possible. So, how do you get that stakeholder confidence that this is really important and accomplish the rest?
I think a basic thing that I was just really good at use of to talk. You want to see where your artist for you. I will build an article for you. I will build interested in models for you. Okay? But it is a represent in state for the airports that I have. And as things get ill, this is what who already started to more transcription. So even still you receive active card and the voice data analysis where any word or the kind of field or art. So then the industry actually gave me for 3 months just to build a data governance scheme of cards. Because the administrator feeling anyone use there if you want to use AI, that is a fee as a living on the
Thank you.
So like to be those only use application users how the I should the anyway years power. So I'm building but doing so let's get that
I have gone. I get put it hard. I have one question. So you mentioned having 2 data validation steps, right? One before you can. Why are you doing this to it?
The video observability and one thing, few words, right? Other events later on are available card on the main point is that the data observability is something that is still based work on the time. while we editors want our functionality to provide, right? But this code is literally the quality one, and I used to always talk to the point of this.
Oh, thank you, John. Everybody, so best.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, once again, thank you.